Shalom, shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shabbat, Hashem, Rakakadash, the honors to the apostles and the elders, the GMS, the rule and teach what in the scriptures. Salutation of my Akim out there doing this work in truth and faith and sincerity. The Lord is a very terrible power, and we're going to see in these upcoming days and these upcoming months, Lord willing, that we don't have years to go through before the Lord comes and delivers us. But this will be the final for come back to me or I will put hell on you. So the Lord is putting hell, on us because we disobeyed the Lord's commandments. We disobeyed what the Lord wants us to do. And so there's a punishment for being disobedient. And we'll just go into a few examples of the disobedience. The Lord requires obedience. And so we were, raped, robbed, and murdered by our enemies, and the Lord put our enemies over us for our punishment because we upset the Most High. We upset Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Okay, that's it. We upset our power, and so here's an account on that. It's definitely not this one. No, it wasn't this one. So like, give me one moment after. So one question for people that are new on the faith would be, how soon will the Lord come for us? And the answer is, His will has to be fulfilled first. And so once His will is fulfilled, the words that are spoken of in the Holy Scriptures are fulfilled. The Lord will come for us. Okay. In its order. So just sound words of mine. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 6, and it reads, "Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh to wrath. Ye were delivered unto your enemies." And so we're going to ask ourselves, who are the enemies of the Lord? Okay, the enemies of the Lord are all the other nations other than the nation of Israel. These are the enemies of the Lord. The Caucasians, the Samoans, the Chinese, the Arabics, Russians, all these different so-called nationalities are enemies of the Lord because they will not listen to the Lord, and the Lord created them this particular way. Okay, He created them adverse to His ways and His doings, and so we can go into another script. You know, the word of the Lord, which is in the scriptures. You know, all throughout the Bible, it gives an account as to how disobedient our people really were, and how disobedient our people really are, even to this very same day. Okay. And so the Lord He's no longer wants to continue with the punishment, the discipline, you know, because we're hard-hearted, stiff-necked people. And a very stiff-necked people, I might add. So the Lord is coming to a point where He's not going to continue to allow our people to go astray. Basically, the Lord is going to hit the reset button. And with this major reset button, our people will be able to get back into the graces of the Lord. But that's not getting back into the graces of the Lord unscathed. This is getting back into the graces of the Lord, you know, through death by pain, to be reborn in the kingdom. Okay. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 6. And it reads, this is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 6, and it reads, not too many of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst understand. Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee. for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their faces. As the adamant, harder than flint, have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And so, is that not the case? Are our people not rebellious? Okay. The answer is no. Our people are very rebellious, extremely rebellious. And the Lord is going to make sure, that there's peace restored on the planet. And not only peace, but our people will be able to get back into the graces of the Lord. Our people will be able to once again thrive and flourish in the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord is in the process of destroying our enemies. Okay. So if the Lord's in the process of destroying our enemies, then we don't have much time left, so to speak. And we know that the Lord's judgment, is at hand. There's just a few prophecies to play out. So there's so many accounts of our people going off. I mean, it's so many accounts of our people going off. It's unreal. And so, given this would be the simple fact that the election have obtained it, and the rest would be blinded. So the remnant that's going to be saved is not through their works that they'll be saved. It's, of course, you show your faith by your works, but the key factor will be faith. And so even if you have faith, you're going to show your faith by your works, but you're not going to be saved off your works. You're going to be saved off your faith. And so everything's intertwined and everything works hand in hand for the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 2. Okay, and it reads, Son of man, thou dwellest in the midst of a rebellious house. That rebellious house are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay. That's the rebellious house that the Lord's talking about. Okay. The ones that are in the churches, the ones that explain, hey, God knows my heart. Okay. Those that just blatantly refused to listen to the words of the Lord. And so to do by doing, by listening. And so if you're not listening, then you're not doing. You're not making an effort to follow the ways of the Lord. Okay, so the only ones that can sin are our people, being that we're on a contract and that the law is not done away with. To show the Lord that we are uh, thankful for the mercy that has been bestowed upon us. We are to give that unto the Lord. Okay, to plead unto the Lord for forgiveness, for mercy, for grace. Okay, for not totally casting us off. Because if the Lord totally casts us off, then we'll be doing all this stuff in vain. Okay, we'll be waking up our people in vain. And so that's not so, because every word that's mentioned of in the scriptures is in fact true. The Lord gave a promise from Abraham unto Isaac, unto Jacob. And that manifestation of the blessing is manifested in the children of Jacob, which name now is Israel. Okay, because of the wrestling with an angel, and the Lord giving that name to the angel to give to Jacob. His name is no longer Jacob, but Israel. This is who the blessing belongs to. And so you have fraudulent people out there that claim to be Jews and are not. Okay. They are the synagogue of Satan, because they control. Number one, they control everything. Number two, they were just created to be wicked. You got imposters parading around in our land right now as we speak. This would be the worst case of identity theft in the world. This is the biggest case of identity theft in the world. Okay, for people to claim to be something that they're not. And so this is not a good look upon Amalek. Okay, and so we know that Amalek is the grandson of Esau, if I'm not mistaken. And so, with Amalek being the grandson of Esau, Amalek belongs to the house of Esau. And we know the scriptures of what the Lord is going to do to the house of Esau. Okay. And he's got a list from here to New Zealand in small print of the atrocities that they've done, okay, against the children of Israel, against the world, against humanity. I mean, the list goes on and on. But I'm going to wrap it up here. This is should be the beginning of a day of atonement, beginning at night. Today is Thursday. Lord willing, I can come in with a day of atonement. Some information for that. So I close out there giving our praises to Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, you brothers out there that are striving and still growing and abounding in the faith. Okay. Shalom.